Pokémon Horizons episode 89 fully explained, titled Beyond the Adventure. Hey guys, it's Mark here, from blissyhusband.net. At last, the epilogue of Lucius's arc. In the end, I must say that Gibeon still achieved his happy ending when he realized his own mistake, and accepted the idea that the relationship between human and Pokémon was the best solution for the future, and that he has to trust the future generations for it. I think it was clear that both Lucius and Gibeon disappeared into the afterlife to join Ristal, instead of returning to the past, because they had no time-traveling ability. This automatically made Lucius fulfill his promise to Ristal too, despite it happening in the afterlife. It would be cool if we could witness their reunion though. Also, a bit of a missed opportunity that Diana didn't get to meet Grandpa Lucius in the end after she had already met Grandma Ristal. Gibeon's and Lucius's departure was a bit sad, but it was also heartwarming as they gave their blessing to both Amethio and Liko respectively. It was quite touching to find out that Pagogo's obsession to reach Rakua was all done to see Lucius for the last time. I would assume that with Lucius and Gibeon gone, their Pokémon automatically became free Pokémon again, as shown by their opened Pokeball. This gave Roy a legitimate reason to get Rayquaza in the future like he wanted, without the ownership dispute anymore. As for Amethio, it was cool that he decided to carry on Gibeon's will, to make a better world for human and Pokémon. However, it was a bit sad that he didn't inherit Gibeon's company, and it was taken by Spinel instead, but perhaps he will wrestle the control out of Spinel's hand in the future. When it comes to Spinel, I would assume that Pagogo's power only erased the Rakurium that appeared on the surface, and the core deep beneath the earth wasn't affected. Otherwise there was no reason for Spinel to unleash the Rakurium sphere seemingly just to drive the crew out of that place. Revenge will yield him nothing after all. There had to be a deep underlying reason for his action, yet another hidden agenda for his character. Strangely, Rayquaza was the only one who wasn't affected by Rakurium's sphere. I suspect airlock did play a role as a prevention since the Rakurium sphere spread the gas through the air. And being the only one whose Pokeball didn't fall into the abyss as it was kept by Roy, I have a feeling that it will return at one point in the future, after it dealt with the other 5 heroes. Now when it comes to the crew's escape from Rakua, it was really cool to see that their secondary Pokémon, except Tinkatuff, can shine again with Hatchram showing her healing skill, which allowed Charizard to be strong enough to fly again, and Kilowattrel literally thriving when there were tons of strong air currents. Not to mention the revelation of the secret button of Brave Asagi, which transformed it into a jet-powered airship. All of these definitely contributed to their successful escape except for one person. Freddy really had to be the victim of the scene for falling off the airship. I think he's still alive and will likely make a surprise return in the future, because that Charizard that fell with him was a healthy Charizard that can easily readjust itself to catch Freed in the air, or they both could simply fall into a body of water and decide not to return to RVT yet. Either way, I don't think this series will promote the idea of death for a character like Freed. On the other hand, I think his potential absence in the next arc could accommodate more screen time for the new green-haired character, so everything happened for a purpose. Lastly, it seemed like 1 year of time skip had passed and everyone has returned to their previous lives. Liko has resumed her school life, and it was cute that Hatchram and especially Meowscarada still sleep with her as usual despite the latter's size. But it was also a bittersweet scene as Pagogo was shown silent inside its Pokeball, which gave off the vibe that it has been dormant ever since its adventure in Rakua. But perhaps this will give Liko another reason to travel with RVT again to find a way to reawaken Pagogo. On the other hand, Roy suddenly got all the upgrades after the time skip, a shiny Lucario and a Mega Ring to boot. Now normally I'd be happy for such power upgrades, but it just happened so instantly that I'm not sure how I feel about it. Hopefully there will be flashback scenes to show how he earned all of that for better explanation, and it would also be more meaningful if he started off with Riolu instead of Lucario. Overall, such a perfect closure for the current arc and a nice tease for the next one. I hope Liko and Dot will also get their own Mega in the next arc, preferably the new ones introduced in ZA game. The preview where Roy jumped so happily to meet Liko also gave me a boyfriend meets girlfriend vibe, but this was just the shipper in me talking, haha. Anyway, I was also excited for the new opening song as it was partially shown, and I hope this new green-haired character and his Sably have interesting personalities. Needless to say, I can't wait for the next arc. Smash that like button harder than Roy's new Mega Lucario punches through filler episodes. Subscribe if you're ready to dive into the next arc with us, because Spinel's schemes, Freedy's comeback, and Roy's shiny upgrades? Oh, we're cooking theories hotter than Charizard's flamethrower. And share this video to your squad, unless you want to gatekeep Rakua level lore like a Team Rocket grunt.